Rosenheim, Bavaria. Late 1967. In the law office of attorney Sigmund Adam, the telephone system began placing calls on its own, hundreds of them, to the speaking clock. The light swung without wind. Fuses blew in sequence. The local power company sent engineers. Then physicists arrived. This was not a ghost story. It was a case file. The disturbances began in October 1967. Attorney Adams' office on Königstrasse started reporting surging electrical failures. The city utility, Stadtwerk Rosenheim, installed monitoring equipment and recorded unexplained power spikes at precise, irregular intervals that their instruments could not account for. Phone records showed the speaking clock 0119 in West Germany was being dialed up to 46 times in a single hour. The office phone was verified as the source each time. No one was making the calls. The telephone company, Post and Telekommunikation Bayern, confirmed the anomaly in writing and had no explanation. Physicist F.W. Gerhard from the Max Planck Institute arrived to observe. He documented swinging ceiling lamps moving in arcs inconsistent with their movement. Desk drawers opened on their own. Heavy filing cabinets rotated on their bases. He noted that the disturbances appeared to cluster around one specific person in the office, a 19-year-old secretary named Annemarie Schaberl. Parapsychologist Hans Bender of the University of Freiburg joined the investigation in November. Bender's Institute for Border Areas of Psychology had documented similar cases before. He observed over multiple visits that the phenomena reliably diminished when Schaberl was absent from the building and intensified in her presence, often when she was emotionally agitated. A film crew from the German broadcaster ZDF visited and captured footage of a lamp swinging with no apparent cause. The footage was reviewed by technical experts who confirmed no visible wires or mechanical interference. Investigators also used a Siemens chart recorder to log electrical anomalies in real time, producing physical paper records of each event. Annemarie Schaberl was interviewed extensively. She reported no conscious awareness of causing the events and appeared genuinely distressed by the situation. Her employment at the office was eventually terminated, not for misconduct, but because the disturbances stopped entirely after she left. She later worked elsewhere. Similar, milder disturbances reportedly followed her briefly to her next workplace. The investigation produced documented physical evidence, Siemens recorder logs, telephone company records, physicist field notes, and film footage, all reviewed independently. Bender categorized the case as recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis, or RSPK. The Max Planck Institute found no conventional electromagnetic source for the power anomalies. No fraud was detected. Skeptics have proposed that electromagnetic interference from a nearby construction site, or Schaberl's deliberate manipulation, could account for some events. However, the power anomalies were recorded on isolated monitoring equipment installed specifically to rule out external interference. And no mechanism for fraud was identified by either the physicists or Bender's team. The Rosenheim case remains one of the few poltergeist investigations with corroborating physical instrument data, independent scientific witnesses, and no identified hoax mechanism. Annemarie Schaberl was never accused of wrongdoing. The recordings still exist in the Freiburg Institute's archives. So what do you think? Is there a rational explanation, or is something else going on? Drop a comment below, and if you've had an encounter of your own, we want to hear about it. Subscribe to WT Historical for more documented cases from the edge of history.